Yeah, none of that. Yeah, we'll save that for 3. We'll save that,
we're retired now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we sit in chairs, we don't dance on them.
Exactly. How you doing, man? Thanks so much for being here, man.
Man, I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to see you hosting.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Now, obviously, we know each other from Magic Mike XL. Last time we saw each other, we kind of randomly ran into each other in the streets in New York.
Yeah.
And it's been a while, man. It was really good to see you. I'm proud of everything
It's been a while since I've seen people in person.
Absolutely.
Other than the people I live with at home, obviously.
Yep.
But no, man, it's so good to see you. And we always pop up in the kind of bump into each other in places. So.
And also, I'm just speaking of home life. Actually, obviously, Sofía Vergara is a very good friend of the show who you're married to for 5 years. How has life been during quarantine? Because it's different. It's different.
I couldn't have asked for a better quarantine partner.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
No, I am lucky. I mean, we laugh all day long, every day. We have a great time. So it's as funny as you think she is that way at home too.
Absolutely.
So we just have like a great time. So it's been tolerable. I will say though, her knowledge of classic TV shows was really lacking.
Okay.
So quarantine was a perfect example, like perfect time to start rolling those out. Like she hadn't seen Sopranos.
Oh wow.
So we watched all the Sopranos episodes. She hadn't seen Mad Men, watch all the Mad Men. Hadn't seen The Wire, watch all of The Wire. And she had never seen Lost, so we're watching the first few seasons of Lost as well.
See, and you know what's crazy about that is that like, I hear stuff like that and I get excited for people, right? Because if you've seen the show, you're like, okay, I know what happens. Right. But somebody just watching it new, watching Lost, like I'm like, yo, hang on for that ride, enjoy that.
Yeah, she's yelling at the TV, screaming, and all the places that I yelled at the TV when I first watch it, but it's really fun, especially like The Sopranos. She didn't know what was coming up in the ending. She had no idea, even like The Wire, it's fun to watch her go through that. And also like for me, watching it like the 3rd or 4th time through, you realize how much you missed when things are that good. You didn't see a lot of things
pick up
the first time around.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then with the time that you've been spending, obviously you just celebrated a 5-year anniversary. And did you surprise her with anything?
I did. Well, she surprised me. She put together a picnic outdoors. So we went outdoors. She put together these great picnic baskets, these gourmet picnic baskets. That was me.
There we go.
I showed up with a blue mohawk.
The blue mohawk. Yep.
Sorry for ruining our anniversary photo. But no, so I got her. So our courtship was in New Orleans. She was shooting a movie there with Reese Witherspoon, and I was on a press tour. I took out a block of like 40 hours. I flew into New Orleans, said, I'm taking you out on a date, set up this elaborate date through New Orleans, and then flew back out.
Wow.
Came back 2 weeks later and then got to spend the time. So we spent about a week together, and I took her to all the romantic places in New Orleans. So there's a beignet truck in LA that makes the Café du Monde beignets and chicory coffee. So I rented it, and I knew she had the picnic, so the truck pulled up during the picnic for us to go get dessert to remind us of our courtship.
I'm sorry, we can clap for a romantic. We can clap for a romantic, we can do that. And also, just switching gears here, man, you adopted a really cute dog here recently, man.
Yes, I did.
Tell us about that.
I adopted a little dog named Bubbles. And that's
look at Bubbles.
Bubbles is a 4-pound, 8-ounce little Chihuahua Pomeranian Vizsla mix, and she was brought to us by there was a Dogs Without Borders. So for people out there who are looking for companionship during COVID, please adopt a dog. There are these little dogs who need homes. She was sick when they brought her over, and she had something wrong that turned out to be 11 bladder stones.
Oh, wow.
And she also had a cyst that they thought might be cancerous. And when I walked into the room, like I'd forgotten that Sofía was gonna have this dog over because Sofía's the one who wanted the dog. I didn't want a dog.
Right.
But of course I walked into the room, the dog perked up, looked at me, came running over to me, jumping up like, pick me up, pick me up. I picked her up and she started growling at the people from the shelter.
Oh, wow.
Like, go away.
Yeah.
I found
him.
Dada, so go leave. So that, don't take me away. And that's how it's been ever since. I said to the people, I said, just leave her with me. The next day I took her to a doctor, dog surgeon in LA. And I said, whatever we need to do here, I don't care how the stones got there, get them out.
Right.
It's cut around the cyst, make sure you remove all potentially cancerous tissue. Just, regardless, I'm just gonna take care of this dog. And then I filled out the adoption papers while she was in surgery, picked her up afterwards, and she's been like the light of our life ever since. She's the best.
Love it, man, love it. Seriously. Now, you said y'all sound pretty connected. Do you take her to work with you as well?
So I shot a movie in December in Portland, Oregon. And I had to be quarantined in a hotel once I got there. So I thought, well, I'm gonna be quarantined. I'm gonna be up there anyway. The dog is gonna miss me. I'm gonna miss the dog. So I just took her. And I packed like a baby playpen in half of my suitcase. So I had this playpen, so for a week, it was the two of us in this hotel room in Portland together. And I would walk her, and I had the blue mohawk while I was quarantined. And so guy with blue mohawk, big guy blue mohawk, takes out little tiny chihuahua to walk. So I got her, Sofía got her this little camouflage puffy jacket, like a New York kind of tough.
Tough it up a little bit.
Yeah, like streetwear for dogs. You toughen her up. So I would walk, the guy with the blue mohawk would walk this tiny little chihuahua with this camouflage puffy jacket.
And you can't write that story, honestly.
No,
That's amazing.
It was like the buddy comedy that I didn't know that I wanted to see. And I would take her to set in this little playpen, and I would stick her in my room, and I would go out and act, and then come back and take her out and walk her, and everybody from the set would lean in and want to see the little dog.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome.
All right, Maestro, what's next?
You pick.
On DJ's Choice? A novel. All right. This one's for you, kid. He may not be sweet, he may not be tender, but he is certainly a hooligan.
Play the song.
Gods of Metal, forgive me, it's another one by the Smiths.
We're back with Joe Manganiello. And Joe, so that was a scene from your newest movie, man. Tell us a little bit about that.
Shoplifters of the World. For the Smiths fans out there, yes, there are 20 songs by the Smiths in this film, most of which have never been played in film and TV before, which is amazing. So thank you, Morrissey and Johnny Moore. I play a radio DJ named Full Metal Mickey at Kiss 101 Denver FM, and I am held up, as you can see, at gunpoint by Eller Coltrane from Boyhood, if you've seen the movie Boyhood. He is a disgruntled Smiths fan who is so distraught over the breakup of the band in 1987, it's a period piece, that he comes to Kiss 101 Denver, holds me up at gunpoint, and forces me to play nothing but Smiths all night long instead of Def Leppard and Kiss and Ozzy. Play Smiths all night long to impress this girl that he's in love with.
That's awesome. Now, here's the question, because I know you play a DJ in it. Is that true to life? Are you big into music?
Yeah, I love music. I'm a huge music head. A lot of my friends are DJs. I used to DJ back in college a little bit, and I had the Rain mixer and the Techniques, and back in the vinyl days, I still have most of my vinyl. So, yeah, I'm a big music head in all respects.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I cannot wait to see that movie, actually. And I have to say this before we go, for sure, because my son Maddox is obsessed with Spider-Man, right? So he's obsessed. And we've gone back and watched all of the Spider-Mans, and I did not know that you were in Spider-Man. Like, that was a huge surprise for me. So I got to tell him today that I talked to Flash Thompson.
Really? This is amazing. Yeah, that was my first movie out of drama school. I auditioned the weekend I was visiting LA. I hadn't even moved yet. I auditioned, but all of the guys in the movie auditioned for the part of Peter Parker. You know, Toby auditioned and screen tested for Peter Parker. James Franco auditioned and screen tested for Peter Parker. I actually screen tested with James Franco at the time.
For Peter?
Well, by that time, I had initially auditioned for Peter, knowing I was never gonna get it. I wore glasses and a button down, and I'm 6'5", so the casting director was like, "You're never gonna get this role, but you're really good. There's this other part that's right for you." And I said, "Yeah, Flash." And she said, "Right." So okay, well, let me go get the sides. I'll have you read them. I went, no, I'm good. I'm off book. And she went, "What?" I go, "Yeah, no, I knew I was wrong for Peter, so I studied the Flash sides too." I started unbuttoning my shirt. I wore a tank top underneath, took the glasses off, and I said, "Let's go."
See, that's commitment, right? So I'm sorry, clap for that. That's commitment right there. That's how you know you come in and you're like, nah, the role is actually mine. Right?
Well, that was it. You know, so as soon as I got done, she looked me up and down. She looked at my resume. She said, okay, so you've done theater, clearly. Right. You know, she said, I want you to meet Sam Raimi. And she brought me back the next week, and I got paid $500 to work all day. I screen tested James Franco, a couple other guys that didn't get it, and then they all kind of fit us into the movie. That's after
amazing.
That.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And man, I gotta tell you, you just gave me like so many cool points with my son. I appreciate that, y'all. Listen, Shoplifters of the World is in theaters, digital, and on demand. Thank you so much, Joe Manganiello. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Andy. Ellen asked me to remind you to subscribe to her channel so you can see more awesome videos, like videos of me getting scared or saying embarrassing things, like ball peen hammer, and also some videos of Ellen and other celebrities, if you're into that sort of thing.